I'm now on the Bristol Owners and Drivers Association with Mike Hallissey. Good morning, Mike, and welcome to the Classic Motor Show 2025.
Great to be here. It's always, as ever, a brilliant show, and had lots of interest on the stand, so we're very happy.
So can you give me a little bit of history on the club?
So Bode was formed in 2011. The ethos was that we were going to be the club that was going to help support keeping the cars on the road. At that point we foresaw that the company itself was not going to survive, and so we've majored on making sure that we support technical queries of owners, and we're able to manufacture spare parts for the things that you can't buy that are bog standard stuff, and that's been really helpful for members.
So how old is the club?
So we formed in 2011, so it's 14 years old now.
And how many members have you got?
We've got about 370 at the moment. Obviously these things vary. As with so many car clubs, we all tend to be getting a bit older.
So can you give me a little bit of information on the cars? Maybe the one behind you, maybe?
We've got a really interesting set of cars. So the one behind us is a recreation of the 1954 Le Mans class-winning car that Bristol raced in the 24-hour race. So Bristol have always been involved in motorsport at that point, and they decided that Le Mans was the place to be. They initially raced in 1953, didn't do very well. They lost the engines at about 8 hours, but in 54 and 55 they won the 2 litre class, the team prize, and came first, second and third in the 2 litre class, and 7th, 8th and 9th overall both years. So for a 2 litre engine, it was amazing.
I mean, all major manufacturers wanted to do Le Mans then, didn't they, in those days? So can you give me a brief spec of the car?
Yeah, so they designed a custom engine for it. So the original 6-cylinder engine that they use in the road cars had Siamese inlet ports, so there were only 9 ports on the engine. They developed a 12-port head, so a port directly into each of the cylinders. They modified where they mounted the distributor, so you did away with the timing chain and the risks associated with that. And they were running a reliable 160 brake horsepower out of 2 litres in 1953-54, which you think about is incredible. And the engine survived in all 3 cars, which is also a real feat at that stage.
Amazing.
So, technical design was brilliant. The chassis they used was, the basic design was an ERA chassis, which they modified from magnesium, which frightened the life out of them, to a steel chassis. And unfortunately, when they stopped competing, only one true 450 chassis remained, and that was of the 55 variety, which was an open top. The one behind us was recreated by a gentleman who was passionate about Bristols, and the guy who owns it now is hoping to race it next year in the 50 Sports Car Series.
Would it be eligible for the historic Le Mans?
I'm not certain, because it hasn't got an original chassis, and I don't know whether they'd agree to that. And of course the problem then is expense of running those sorts of events. But the owner is really keen on running it in the sports cars in this country.
So what about the car behind me?
So the 411 behind you is a Series 2. Originally owned by a very famous surgeon from Guildford, and bought recently by one of our members who was always passionate about having Bristols. So this was the later Bristols, so they'd gone from their own design of engine to the Chrysler V8s. This one's got a 6.3 litre V8 in it.
And this is what model?
This is a 411.
411.
And when this was first released, it was the fastest 4-seater car you could buy.
Really?
140 miles an hour, 0 to 60 in 7.6. So even in today's language, it's a fast car. So keeping up with the modern day traffic is not a problem, and it's a beautifully comfortable car to drive. I've got one of these, mine's in red. It's a brilliant car to drive.
It's a lovely looking car, isn't it?
Really enjoyable.
And what about the car over there?
And the Zagato at the end of the stand. So Bristol took the 411 and turned a completely new exterior design into the 603, but at the same time they were looking to how do we create something with an open top. So they went to Zagato. Zagato had designed a number of special cars for Bristol over the years. They'd done a run of 406 Zagatos, both a sports car one and a saloon version. So Zagato penned this on the same chassis as a 603, and ultimately they made about 70 of them. They're a unique design that doesn't always, people tend to be black and white about it. Either they think it's brilliant or it's the worst thing since sliced bread. But you know, those of us who like Bristols see the value of it and the brilliance of it. And again, Chrysler V8 torque flight transmission, it'll do over 140, and you have no problem in modern traffic at all.
No, not at all, I would think. No. Yeah. It's a nice model, I think.
Yes, I think, you know, if you like it, you think it's really good.
Probably the original. The people who like the original car maybe not like it, but to me, I think it's a good addition to it.
Yes, I think it was a really nice addition. And then they carried on making a version of these cars into what they called the Blenheim, which was the last saloon type they made. And their final iteration was the Fighter. So the Fighter was a completely brand new design, used the Viper V10 8-litre engine, good for over 200 miles an hour. Unfortunately, in building that and trying to work through developing it, they ran into some cash problems, and as with so many small manufacturers, we lost them. A great tragedy, I think, but
shame.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Mike, for all the information and the history in the car and the cars on the stand. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
All right.